I'll be finishing a bit early and then...
That I love to hit the ball, right?
A creator operating system you can...
So this is the game from Xbox 360, Red Dead Redemption. Morning guys, so it's early in the morning and my energy levels are so low, but I've got a day of work today, so I thought I'll take you guys with me and just see how I'm getting along and what I do in my day to day. Let me show you what the time is. It is almost 8 o'clock in the morning. So let's get ready and get ready for the work. Right, so I'm dressed up for work. So let's try and make this day productive, isn't it? One thing I believe in is that be a student, always be learning. Yep. Let's go to work. Alright, early morning, we're gonna get started with our clinics. Seems like it's gonna be a busy day today. So I got morning clinics this morning and I think I'm going to be having a couple of telephones. Oh, I've also got a home visit, so one of those days. However, today the good thing is that it's actually a half day for me, so I'll be finishing a bit early, and then Wednesday is a very good time for me because I tend to work a little bit on my goals because it's a half day, so the rest of the day I actually go into creator mode. I think about filming videos, editing videos. Also kind of use my half day to study because SC exams coming, so it tends to help me kind of keep the rhythm going. But the thing is, lately I've been looking at some investments. As a Muslim, I'm looking for a lot of halal investments, and sometimes that's kind of difficult to find, and it needs a little bit more time for me to kind of go deeper and look, if it's okay and stuff. Otherwise, the easiest thing is to just kind of buy the S&P 500. Yeah. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying, I'm talking about stock market. I actually kind of invest a little bit on there. Learning, investing, and I think that's one of the things I really enjoy. Less talking, I need to get back to clinics. Hello? Sure, I'll let you know what we need to do about that. Okay. One thing that really eats up a lot of my time is kind of documenting, I wish I was a much more faster typer. I think I'm pretty decent at typing, but I think sometimes I wish I was a little bit more fast. I like the way some people kind of can type without actually looking at the keyboard. I think if I would do that, it probably wouldn't work. Still going strong. So I've actually come to the end of my clinic. It's around 1 o'clock at the moment. And it's always a good feeling, isn't it, once you've kind of done. But however, I am just having my lunch. Actually, I don't really have lunch. It's brunch because I don't really have breakfast. It's been something that I've been doing for a while. Whether it's like for health purposes, but I think it's just now become a habit for me. I would just kind of skip breakfast. I have just morning coffee. And my first meal is normally a chicken salad. On the weekdays, actually, I try to be a little bit healthy. This is probably the only way I get some veggies in, and maybe like a banana or something like that. I think lately I've been trying to focus a lot on improvement in the sense with... Sorry, I didn't know it was a mouthful. So lately I've been looking at life in the way of like kind of improvement, And I feel like as a person who used to be a medical student, I technically have achieved what I wanted to do. I'm working as a GP registrar, currently in GP training, and I'm trying to get through all the hoops and, things like that. But I also feel that there's a lot of me that I want to do, like, in the sense of like, I want to look at things outside medicine. And I'm constantly trying to grow because for me, I feel like I don't like to be stagnant and I want to kind of grow in many different aspects of my life. And I think that's what makes me the most happiest, like when I'm actually growing as a person. And I always tell most of my friends that, try to do a lot more than what you can, because I have a lot of friends who are in the business world. And when I speak to them, I realize that I can actually speak to them at their level. Like, it's not like I'm dumb about what's going on. Like yesterday I was speaking to a guy who is not even a medic. And it was weird how I was kind of giving him all these ideas about, how to start an ISA account, how to start investing, how to begin your investment. And I started questioning myself, like, how do I really know all of these things, And I always think that it's because I've always been extremely curious to kind of learn things outside medicine. Because now I've come into this world, I'm like, there's a lot of things that's happening outside the clinical world. And the real world is making a lot of changes in the sense where, if you think about it, like AI is now coming. There's so much work that's happening in AI. There's so much work that is happening in health tech that is actually changing the whole dynamics of the field. Like, we are now, I remember 10, 15 years ago, people used to do pen and paper. Now everything is done on electronic prescribing. How much of it do we know? And for me, I would love to be a part of that than just be a clinician all my life. So I'm really looking at things like also about finance and also about like the business world, like, what's happening there, like, what are the latest companies. Like a lot of people did not even know how AI came in and Nvidia stock started going up. Like, and if you're not switched on, you're probably losing on a lot of profit. So yeah, that's something I really love doing. Kind of like a passion, but it also like a genuine interest. That on my free time, I'm either like learning more, about creating videos, which is also like a superb skill, content creation, speaking to you guys and, getting better at speaking at camera. Also, like spend a lot of time in the world of investing, looking at, what's happening, what kind of stocks are booming, what should I put my money into. And I think that really makes me feel that, I'm actually growing as a person. Anyways, that was a little bit of a rant. I will have this lunch and then let's head back home. Let's get home.
Just that I love to hit the ball, right? There's this wonderful Djokovic interview where he's like, my advantage is that I just love hitting the ball.
That made passive income, I'd be able to do whatever I want.
Is not a...
All right. So home sweet home. I don't know why I'm sitting on the floor. But it's 2:15. I have to kind of get ready. Got a few things planned up for today. I think what I'll do is I'll probably just get ready first and then we'll have a quick chat as to what we're going to be doing today. It's extremely cold out here, so I've got this hoodie just recently. It gets very cold actually, to be honest. So this kind of keeps you quite nice, warm, comfortable. Yeah, and obviously it's my favorite anime called One Piece. If you haven't watched it, you definitely should. It's probably one of the best animes out there. Oh, there we go. Real talk. I feel like I actually sometimes live two lives. And one where I'm actually a doctor from say Monday to Wednesday to Thursday. And then two where I kind of work on my side hustle business, working on personal development. And I sometimes feel like to switch between the two takes so much energy sometimes. And I think this year is very important for me because I've kind of set some really, really important goals. And I think the reason I kind of make these videos is also because I want to I say kind of quite a lot, don't I? I feel like I'm a doctor on one side, but at the second side, I'm also very creative as a person. I've got a different life where I like to talk about things such as business and personal development, something that I'm currently doing. And when I actually looked back at my channel the other day, I saw that how I went from being a broke medical student to coming all the way now in the UK and, being able to live the life that I actually am. But what's funny is that for me, I also feel that there's a lot more I want to achieve. And the reason I tend to document my journey is obviously I see that a lot of people who, one of you guys who have actually, watched my videos, you guys have been inspired by that. But at the same time, I look at myself as a past and I'm kind of inspired. I'm like, wow, like this is how I used to be. In fact, I went back at some of my old videos and I see like I was speaking in such a weird accent. I don't know how that happened. And now I actually look back at that and I kind of mock that guy, like, actually joke about it, like, the stuff that I used to say. Anyways, I'm actually going on a little bit of a ramble. But today, I think when I come back home, I tend to kind of make a plan. Like I make like an agenda what I'm supposed to do during that day. And that kind of keeps me in line with the goals that I've been having. So in short, I came up with like somewhat of a rough plan. I'm not really sure that if you see my handwriting, but I think from now to 3 o'clock, I'm going to be doing some research. I need to watch a video on investing and then spend an hour doing some market research because obviously I need to find out the next ETFs and the stocks that I wanted to invest in. And I really have been finding difficulty to find time because you shouldn't be letting your money just sit into your current accounts. I think that's important. 4 to 5, I'm going to be spending a little bit of time actually thinking about my next content. 5 to 6 is going to be a gym session, so I have to make sure I go to the gym. I've not managed to go for the past 2 days because work was crazy busy. So then from 6 to 7, I've kept some time to give an hour to just edit my old videos. So this is like a constant thing. You just have to work. 7 to 8, I might kind of keep a little bit of a chill time to play a few games. So try and relax a little bit in the evening before like dinner. But yeah, anyways, I might actually just zone out for the next hour just to make sure I get all of these things done.
Into another video. So the goal here is to replace superstition with systems, and by the end of this, you will have
sukuk, and this is often described as Islamic bonds. So in the conventional investing world,
and reversing.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I might sometimes feel like, oh, I'm trying to get so much work done. But to be honest, there are some days like it's so difficult. Like for today, the weather is so gloomy, and no matter how much I push, like your brain and your body is just not helping. So it reminds me of like one of those exercises that you do in the gym. Like, you know, there are days you kind of go and you want to get a good workout in, but you just can't. And maybe that's just your body saying it. And you just got to keep pushing. Lots of people have been asking me, like, you know, oh, are you an Indian? And you guys have been asking me about MCI exams. I'm sorry, guys, but I am not from India. I'm from Sri Lanka. So I don't have a clue about the MCI exams. But हाँ, एक चीज़ बता सकता हूँ कि हिंदी मुझे आती है. So yes, I do speak Hindi. And I think that's probably a lot because of the Bollywood movies that I've been watching. Bollywood movies have been some of the most romantic movies that I've watched. So I think it's because of the Bollywood movies, कोई भी हिंदी सीख सकता है. So I think yes, I do enjoy speaking. I actually speak 6-7 languages, Russian being one of them. Beginning to show off now. So yeah, I'm going to continue pushing through and hopefully get a lot more done. Anyways, I think maybe now it's just time for me to head to the gym. I'm not feeling it, but it has to be done. So let's go. I was not joking, guys. Look at the weather. When I mentioned it is bloody dark at the moment. As I said, the weather is horrible today. But you see, that's why I've been kind of feeling a bit low in mood, I suppose. But I'm hoping that this gym session is going to give me some sort of like a boost, hopefully. Well, we're here at the gym. Oh, God. Yep, I'm really tired, but I think I'm gonna keep pushing it today. Gosh, so that was such a difficult gym session. I think I was just not feeling it today, but I guess there are days when you kind of have to just push it. And I am officially late as well. I'm pretty much running behind on time, so 6:30. I thought I might as well get a few other things done. The whole point is just to keep pushing it, and I think that's probably the motto of today's video. Keep trying. Keep trying when the times get hard. Cheers. So, tick for the gym, tick for the edit. The only thing that we couldn't do was play some games, but that's pretty much it. Well, this was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I was not able to play games because obviously time started spilling over and then I really didn't have the time. But I want to show you the game that I actually was planning to play. I think it's a really cool game. It's from Xbox 360, so let me show you that. So this is the game from Xbox 360, Red Dead Redemption. I love this game because especially when you play it, you kind of go into the old 1910s Texas type of a vibe of America, and it's really good. You can ride horses, you can shoot people, you actually can ride a rodeo and things like that. But one of my guilty pleasures I tend to do when I'm actually quite free. If you guys enjoy this video and give me a thumbs up, comment and let me know if you would like to see more such videos of days in my life. And if you enjoyed the way I kind of do my work and kind of push myself to my boundaries. And comment and let me know. I want to hear from you. What are you guys doing? Are you a doctor currently? Are you in the UK? What are goals that you've got other than medicine that you're currently pursuing? Let's talk. And I'll see you guys in the next video.